what we've been covering is all sorts of ways to place banner ads on websites. So hopefully you guys have been attending the past couple sessions when I was, giving an overview of what a banner ad actually is, and how to create one, all of the tracking and all of that good stuff behind it. Then yesterday we covered what are called direct buys, and that's basically the do-it-yourself version, and doing a whole lot of manual research and connecting, like the name implies, directly with the website owners. Well, today it's going to be exploring basically using an agency to be the middleman, and getting started in that regards. So same idea, it's just this is is a different strategy to look at it, and it's a really cool time saver as well as a great way to help you with your research. Okay. So just to cover, there's 3 different ways to place banner ads when we're talking in this regard. We already covered direct, like I mentioned, that's connecting directly and doing research to find out who owns websites that you want to advertise on. Then today we're going to be talking about the intermediates, and then tomorrow we're going to be heading about networks. Okay, so as far as intermediate buys go, they're great for both beginners and pros. Yesterday when we're talking about directs, that's for beginners. Definitely it's not once you have experience going on, you do not want to be spending your time doing this yourself. But when you're learning, it's a great learning process, and especially starting out, you can start out in the intermediate section, but doing it from the beginner standpoint and going through the process, it's a different learning experience. So I'd recommend it for somebody, maybe look at this intermediate stuff and check out the direct buys as well. But for the cool part for this, as you'll see when I do the walkthrough in a little bit, this is super easy, and so it's awesome for beginners. And then the pros, you also like it because just like it's super, super easy. So pretty much what it is, direct buys is you connecting with somebody who wants to advertise, connecting with a publisher or the person who owns a website. Well, these are actual agencies that are the middleman. And the cool part here, when it says a self-serve platform, it's lists of all sorts of different websites or publishers that want you to advertise on them. And the cool thing is you can pick and choose. You do your research in this regards, but you're getting to determine exactly which ad sites that you would like to be advertising on, as well as what type, what price, all of this stuff. So you guys are always in full control of how much you're spending, where they're placed, and all that good stuff. Okay. The pros with it, so in this regards, you can actually even kind of use them to help you along in your direct buys research. Not saying that we're promoting it, but sometimes you can actually, even though they're listed on these sites, if you contact them directly, you might be able to get a few different options. It's very inexpensive, which is awesome. And as you'll see, it's, the advertising, it can be, 20, 25 bucks and up, but you can definitely get started with a great budget. And here's the best part is it's going to cut your research time. When I was explaining on how to go and find these direct buys, it's going to cut your research down by about 75%, which is pretty good. So you are paying generally about 20% more. So you just have to factor in what's more valuable, your time or your money. And that's the biggest way to make the decision between going between direct buys and intermediate buys. And then the cool thing here is you know exactly where your banners are placed, not just on a website, because you obviously, if you're paying for that, you would want to check on this person's website and see how your ad looks, so you'll know exactly where it's placed. But also you have that determining factor when you're going to go and purchase, and it'll let you know, oh, right sidebar or top or wherever it might be located. So you definitely have more control in this space. So as far as recommended agencies that we have, so here's a bunch of them that different people in our team all use and recommend. So there you go. And for the walkthrough, I'm going to be doing on the first one, which is buysellads.com.